I'm Ellie Rain, and this is my familiar Cipher. I'm an award-winning fantasy author. My books are called the Necroseem Chronicles. They are about a necromancer whose soul is trapped inside his twin as they go on epic adventures. If you want to learn more, you can go to ellierain.com, or you can go to Barnes & Noble and Amazon for more.
We are Tuatha, and we knew that you would probably request a particular song from us. This is our simple freebird, just for you. I want to tell you about some links that we've got going on. We have a tip jar. You can find that at paypal.me/Tuatha. It's the name of our band, Tuathadea. You can visit us on our website, Tuathadea.com, where you can find all kinds of links, all kinds of pages. You can find our store with our merch and more. Tuathadea.com/the-store-2. You can also find our mailing list on our website and sign up for all kinds of cool information. Visit us on our Patreon, patreon.com/Tuathadea. We really appreciate you once again. Thank you for having us here.
Do you want to make sure your convention isn't a dud? Then contact the CONmods for all of your moderating and consulting needs. We've had the pleasure of working with Sean Schemmel, Adam Baldwin, Matthew Lewis, David Yost, Brian Michael Bendis, and many, many more. Find us at theconmods.com, a proud partner of CONjuration 2020.
Hello, everybody.
CONjuration!
One more year in the books, even though this is a very different year than what is normal. But what hasn't been different about this year? I think it's been a very successful weekend. I think we've had some amazing panels, some amazing panelists, some amazing things going on, not only in Facebook and YouTube, but also in Discord, which seemed to blow up with your participation. And we were so thrilled with all of it.
It's been incredible. You conjurers have not given up. Even if you did it from home, you were all there. We saw so many people. It was nothing like I imagined. I thought maybe 10 people would sign on. So we're so thankful that you all could participate with us because there was so much going on. And like we said, we're going to deliver a lot of variety of programming, almost as much as we do in person. So glad you came through, and here we are.
and we've saved all the videos from the different panels so that the ones that you missed, you'll be able to watch. The ones that you love, you'll be able to rewatch. As I know that most of you just don't get enough of Darin throughout the year, and now you'll be able to watch some of those videos over and over again. You can either burn a disc with them.
Okay, so in this format, I have a microphone. I don't need to get Angela to hand me before I can say something. One thing I do want to say really quickly is it was really interesting having Chris in the audience for some of my panels and for me to be in the audience for some of his panels. He and I never get to watch each other work. And this has been really wonderful to see him throw down.
It was so much fun because usually you're doing 20 panels, I'm doing 20 panels. Well, we're not on a panel. We're grabbing something to eat, or we're going to the bathroom, or we're running an errand, and we don't have a chance to go see these panels. This weekend has been wonderful because I get off of a panel and I jump right into the next as a viewer, as an attendee, and it was so much fun just being an attendee this year for the most part. I didn't overload my schedule, unlike Darin. And it was, hey, dude, you had 9. You had twice as many as I did this year, so you win.
It was great. I saw panels. I saw a lot of workshops. I got to do a lot more as well. So that was definitely one of the greats. But the not so great was not being able to physically be in a room with 1,500 different people, missing our family in person. So virtual hugs to all of you. We definitely look forward to seeing you in November on November 5th through 7th, 2021. You always know we do a pre-party on November 4th on that Thursday evening. And so it's actually November 4th through 7th. So when you see the date changes, that's us putting the pre-dates on there as well. So November 5th through 7th is the official panel time and programming time.
Everybody's putting up happy anniversary. Not yet. It's Friday. But today is Angela's birthday.
Shush.
I'm not going to tell you what level she is now.
I already posted what level I was.
She's still lower than me.
I'll catch up one day. No.
I hope
not. Level 51. It's okay.
Yeah, we are so looking forward to 2021. I think one of the greatest things is that we got to see panel ideas for next year come across in text. I am a visual learner. You tell me something in person, I may or may not remember, but actually seeing it written is going to be really helpful next year. And it's just going to be a matter of me remembering who it was that gave me that idea so I can hunt them down and go, hey, that panel? Guess what? You're a panelist. So we got some really wonderful ideas and really out of the box thinking from a lot of people. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And we have already, all of the people that we know and love, all of our performers, they missed this year so much. They can't wait to get back. Our vendors are excited about next year. So it's this was different and it was tough, but next year we're gonna throw a real shindig for everybody, and I think it'll be great.
And once you go virtual, you can't go back. So we'll definitely, we're going to have a 1 or 2 day event in the spring and another one in the summer, just to continue this tradition because it has worked really well. It's going to be on a smaller scale. It's not going to be like this weekend, but we're definitely just going to keep that running. And during the event next year, we're going to make sure we have a plan so you can see some of those panels as well online. Not as much because being in person and getting all that is much more valuable. But
Darin and I will go through and pick the really choice panels that we're going to film.
Just a little taste. So the online world can get a taste of CONjuration.
But that's what CONjuration. I like that.
For all those conjurers out there. That's awesome. Yep, next year is going to be really great. Well, let's talk more about this year. Terri, can you go through all the thinking? Because I'm brain dead right now. As you know, it seemed like there wasn't as much going on. There's a lot of behind the scenes. And I'll let Terri take over we would love to thank everybody.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, it was great this year. I don't know if anybody realizes just how much goes into a virtual convention. A regular convention takes a lot of planning. a virtual convention takes more planning. And we have been working behind the scenes for months. And there's a few people that we really have to thank because we couldn't have done this if we didn't have them. And first is Travis. He's our tech ops director. You usually find him in the Great Hall, but this year he was at his computer and he did all this while working a full-time job. So he can't say enough thank yous to him. Chris brought up Discord, and Alex was our Discord guardian. He was all things Discord. I think he lived in there because anytime I went into Discord, I could get in touch with Alex. He had Travis and Alex had a little bit of support behind the scenes setting up the convention, and that was James and Hepcat. Without them, keeping the guys sane and throwing in support and testing stuff, I don't know how we could have done all of this. Two guys that I don't know how much you saw of them over the weekend, but they were pretty much in every live panel on the main page was Tony P and Charles, the con mods. These guys are awesome. They stepped in and were tag teaming throughout the weekend. Angela stepped in and she did her own. I think she's regretting some of that right now, saying that she can handle it all, but she did an amazing job of handling the things she had to. Wouldn't be the same if we didn't do a shout out to Regina. If she's our guest operations director. This year, she was also our consulting angel. She had just gone through a live virtual show with a large convention, and she introduced us to Tony P and Charles. And they just, that team was just heaven.
They're the reason it looks so good.
Yeah.
Professional.
Fantastic. Easy to work with. Great guys.
Seamless.
Honestly, if I had to create a couple of guys to help us out, they were the ones I would have created. So that they actually exist. Wow.
Charles, can you pop on for a second and just let us all say hi to you?
No.
No, hold on. No, come back. Come back, Charles.
Yeah, this man.
And Tony, where?
Yeah, Tony was just as much a part of it as I was. Absolutely.
Yeah. They if you ever need virtual convention help or con mod
podcast, any kind of help with productions. Yeah.
And start watching Almost Daily Discourse.
Right.
There you go.
Hilarious. Almost Daily Discourse. Oh my gosh. You definitely need a daily dose of that. It was so much.
They're awesome. I have to do a shout out to my teammate, my second, Denise Yeager. With operations not being a big deal since we typically take care of what's going on site, she jumped in and she's been, I believe, panelist and moderator and monitors for the rooms and everything. So thank you for stepping up. And then there's a couple of people that were just all over the place this weekend. Big shout out to Anara. Without her help, she's our volunteer director. Without her, we wouldn't have had all the monitors that we had and the great volunteers and the places we needed them when we needed them. Then Rin. Rin has been indispensable. I'm Angela's right hand. She's Angela's left hand. And this weekend,
Sorry.
I think she was even more so because she moderated, she paneled, she put together things. She was in Discord, she was on Facebook, she was everywhere. Angela would not have survived this weekend without her. So thank you, Rin. And I believe it's Mav who helped with some bots on Discord, some of the really cool things and the different bots that were going on. Need to thank Crimson Blades for what they did on Discord for gaming. I believe gaming was a big hit.
Huge.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I would enjoy watching other people play, and I found that I am wrong. It was actually fun just to jump in there and watch them play. And they sounded like they were having a blast. So that's awesome.
And Discord will still be there. So
yeah.
I think we should have weekly games or semi-monthly games, something like that. We'll have to go offline and regroup and recover from this weekend and come back with some plans and push it all to you Discord people, because it was amazing. Mm-hmm. It was amazing.
And this is probably not the full list, but here's a partial list of the monitors in Discord that we really needed to thank are Alex, of course, and Ren, Hannah, Darin, who spent quite a bit of time on there apparently, Ellie, Jaeger, Mav, Anna, Mia, Sierra, and Abby. Thank you for all you did this weekend, because we couldn't be in all the places at one time. And I also saw Daniel's name pop up a lot as a one of the live room monitors so that he could collect house points. And I saw a few other names, and unfortunately I did not write them down, and my memory's just gone. But I have to give a big shout out to Angela and Chris, because honestly, when they said they were going to do 2 channels and have all this paneling, I thought they were nuts. They proved me right and proved me wrong at the same time. You guys did a great show as always. I miss the 5 miles a day that I walk. I miss seeing Darin in person so that we could pick on each other. Yeah. Darin and I are yin and yang.
So when I heard we were going virtual, my first response was, "Oh no, Terri's tech guys are going to destroy me."
They made you look good, dude. They made all of us look good. They are
absolutely they did.
Wizards of tech for sure.
And the amazing videos we got from the performance channel from the Great Hall 2 was just fantabulous. So all those bands and performers and workshops, the workshops were incredible. It was like smooth and fantastic and barely any little mess ups. I mean, it was very minor. It could have been really big, and it was so minor. It was fantastic. So all the performers and panelists that were in the CONjuration group area as well, thank you so much for submitting such wonderful content. Everybody who didn't see it, it's still on the pages. All you have to do is either click the videos tab or go back and watch it. We are going to post everything to our YouTube channel as well, and we'll be posting that. So it's still going to be there. That's the beauty of going virtual. That's one, at least, beauty of it, because it's still there.
Anna just posted that she wanted to thank us for letting her be part of it. And it's like, no, Anna, thank you. Anna and Hannah and Abby. It's like they do it all. They were part of our store when we're live, and they're just amazing. Jaeger's team, he's the director of our con store. They stepped in, and I see them in all the Discord channels and popping up everywhere. So we were definitely a family team this weekend, and I didn't have to worry about if there was enough water.
You just tell people, go to your sink, turn it on. Yeah.
Time's coming. The time's coming. 363 days. No.
I didn't wake up to a gazillion texts saying, this needs to be done. This needs to be done. I'm like, I slept all weekend. I'm like,
you missed out.
What's this? I'm sure Angela will make up for it next year for me.
Yeah. How about you, Darin?
Oh gosh, I am so glad Terri got to go first.
No, highlights and stuff. Yeah.
No, I have to say that the list of people that I really need to thank, I can't possibly remember everybody's names. Thank you, Terri, for going first. I do want to say that for those of you that are wondering what we were just joking about, Terri and I have been trading technical, practical jokes back and forth for a few years now. That's what I was referring to. For those of you that are new to CONjuration, one time Terri got on stage with a microphone that somehow magically had been turned off by me on purpose. So anyway, I do want to shout out to all the techs. I've said this many years in a row. You guys really do make us look good, and you make us sound good also, which is this year's been even more important. Really appreciate not just Charles and Tony, but Travis and everybody on the team for basically allowing us to be able to do this incredible content from our own homes. Essentially, it's been fabulous watching things unfold and develop. It's just been great. I do also want to yell out to the monitors. When I heard we were gonna go virtual, I was like, I don't know how we're gonna do the House Cup. Somebody figured out how to do the House Cup. It was great. And so when we went into the panels, I was able to tell the panelists, the monitors will take care of the points and the houses and everything. If you want to give somebody 5 points, we've got people taking care of that. Just relax. It'll go smoothly. And as far as I know, it went very smoothly. It was beautifully done, guys. So thank you, monitors, for helping us out, giving the panelists one less thing to have to worry about that was technical. I absolutely got a shout out to Rin. Rin pulled me out of several fires over the weekend with very little notice, very quick responses. She was great. Absolutely helped me out. Somehow in this virtual CONjuration, I didn't really have someone who needed to serve as a second, so I didn't even really think about that. There were some moments where I regretted it, but Rin was there to, like I said, pull me out of the fire. I do also want to give a shout out to Alex and Mav because, oh my gosh, I've used Discord about this much. I have learned a gazillion things about Discord this weekend, all of them fabulous. I especially want to let everybody know that, I don't know if you noticed, but a TARDIS appeared in the Discord chat every once in a while, which I thought was awesome. It's fabulous, fabulous little bit there of detail. Also, you know, guys, it's an open secret that I know exactly who Rita Skeeter is, and I know exactly what's going on with Rita Skeeter. And I do want to shout out to Rita because she did such a great job of harassing everybody in the chat and all the little gifs and memes and everything. We had great plans for Rita, but the technology kind of made it more challenging. But she really pulled it off and really did a great job of giving us a lot of grief. So I want to give a shout out to our local pesty news reporter and her quill. Okay, so being one of the programming directors, I've definitely got a shout out for our panelists. I don't have time to read off all the names because there were a lot of folks, guys. But I do want to shout out to Anthony Taylor, who came over and visited from Monsterama. Great panel that he helped us with. I also want to thank Dennis Medbury for bringing us this great new idea for kind of a panel we're going to do every year, which is the Tropes panel. I'm going to try and have that come back often. We were also able to get James Moore, an author, and Leah Powell, an author and artist, to come in and do some panels this year. And we just had a huge list of folks that also came back, that when I said to them, you want to do CONjuration? They were like, I was waiting for you to call. So thank you to all of the panelists. Great work there. So that's really it. I know I missed about 18 people who I should thank, but just at some point, just assume I'm saying thank you to you because everybody did such a fabulous job. So, Angela?
I knew he'd do that. Well, trying to communicate to Chris that what I wanted to say next without saying it out loud.
So Angela wants me to come up with something to say for another 45 seconds. So I don't know. Should I?
Where's Ralph?
He's over. Okay. All right. He's right here.
So yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
All the thinking. We are not going to specifically think because they covered it all for us, and we just like it that way. So everybody knows who we're thinking. Everybody.
If you don't know we love you, then something's wrong.
Yeah, definitely. That's an understatement.
It is.
So as you all know, we're a huge con family. I mean, this is the most family fun I've seen in a long, long, long time. We go to a lot of cons and we try to, it's hard not to compare. You go there and you're like, wow, we do it differently than that. And I don't know. I think we just have this special magic about us.
Yeah, not everybody can create their own family, and we got that opportunity, and we did. And we like this family very much.
You guys,
most of the time better than we like our own. So
yep.
Well, I plan on keeping you guys around.
This is year 7. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Hey, speaking of year 7, did you get your T-shirt yet? Did you?
Chris, that T-shirt is beautiful. It really is, man. It's awesome.
Angela made me redo it 4 times for where I got the design that she approved. So this is
let me
approved. It's got the Angela seal of approval on this shirt. So
let me revise my statement. Angela, that shirt's beautiful. It's amazing. Thank you.
So if you look back at all your shirts from all these 7 years, you'll see that there may be a hidden pattern in there. We do hide the year in some way or form, not hide, but we have a signal that shows the number of year without the little date at the bottom. You can still tell based on the design that there's elements of the year. There's almost always an owl on it. We always pull some type of element from CONjuration onto the shirt design. So now that we've actually said that out loud, start looking for it going forward. And we will have a new pin next year. So look for that. Speaking of the vendor's room, the vendor's hall, there was a big point push off the last hour. So we're excited to see that gold rush of points and see how that's changed the House Cup. But it will be open until Friday. So for those of you who haven't had a chance to look at it yet, we're keeping the vendor hall open, and hopefully all the vendors will keep their rooms open, their stores open all the way to Friday.
Christmas is coming.
Yep, the holidays are here.
Spread the joy.
And speaking of the holidays, we should keep to our tradition. What do you think about that?
I think that'd be great.
Shouldn't we hear from the Feral Filker at some point?
I think so.
I mean, it's not closing ceremonies without the Feral Filker.
It is not. And look who we have. Oh my gosh.
Where did you come from?
Hello. I'm sitting in the middle of the forest because I have no internet at home, which is why I don't do a lot of online fun things, and I've just been so verklempt. But here I am.
Yes. And we would have had you more, but that was the challenge for sure.
It was a big challenge.
And you
here I am, and the sun is going down, and I'm here anyway. So there.
So is everybody ready to do the favorite song? Is everybody ready? Mark some comments.
Yeah.
That you're ready. Woo!
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We're ready.
Okay. We're ready. Well, before we do that, I have something I want to do first, really quick. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I know you're a Ravenclaw, but I still love you. Happy anniversary. And I know it's Friday. Okay, yeah, I have to do this because it ain't over till the fat lady sings. So, ready to do the 13 days of Hogwarts, everybody? This is going to feel really weird because I'm sitting here all by myself instead of in front of y'all, and y'all are squawking. Now remember, you got to do the good squawk when the partridge gets it, right?
Yep.
All right, you can figure it out. On the first day at Hogwarts, my wondering eyes did see a partridge in a whomping willow tree. Very good. Very excellent squawking. On the second day at Hogwarts, my wondering eyes did see two fizzing whizbees and a partridge in a whomping willow tree. Very good. On the third day of Hogwarts, my wondering eyes did see three house elves, two fizzing whizbees, and a partridge in a whomping willow tree. Okay, right. On the fourth day at Hogwarts, my wondering eyes did see 4 chocolate frogs, 3 house elves, 2 fizzing wispies, and a partridge in a whomping willow tree. Here's my favorite verse. On the 5th day at Hogwarts, my wondering eyes did see 5 golden snitches, 4 chocolate frogs, 3 house elves, 2 fizzing wispies, and a partridge in a whomping willow tree. On the 6th day at Hogwarts, my wondering eyes did see 6 snifflers sniffling, 5 golden snitches, 4 chocolate frogs, 3 house elves, 2 fizzing wispies, and a partridge in a whomping willow tree. On the 7th day at Hogwarts, my wondering eyes did see 7 Snapes a-skulking, 6 Snifflers sniffling, 5 golden snitches, 4 chocolate frogs, 3 house elves, 2 fizzing wispies, and a partridge in a whomping willow tree. Oh my God, that partridge is so dead. On the 8th day at Hogwarts, my wondering eyes did see 8 wands a-waving, 7 Snapes a-skulking, 6 Nifflers sniffling, 5 golden snitches, 4 chocolate frogs, 3 house elves, 2 fizzing wispies, and a partridge in a whomping willow tree. On the 10th day of... Wait, did I do 9 yet? No! On the 9th day at Hogwarts, my wondering eyes did see 9 bludgers bludging, 8 wands a-waving, 7 Snapes a-skulking, 6 Snifflers sniffling, 5 golden snitches, 4 chocolate frogs, 3 house elves, 2 fizzing wispies, and a partridge in a whomping willow tree. You guys, on the 10th day at Hogwarts, my wondering eyes did see. This one's tough. 10 tentacula twining, 9 bludgers bludging, 8 wands a-waving, 7 Snapes a-skulking, 6 Nifflers niffling, 5 golden snitches, 3 house elves, 2 fizzing wispies, and a partridge in a whomping willow tree. On the 11th day at Hogwarts, my wondering eyes did see 11 aurors apparating, 10 tentacula twining, 9 bludgers bludging, 8 wands a-waving, 7 Snapes a-skulking, 6 Nifflers niffling, 5 golden snitches, 4 chocolate frogs, 3 house elves, 2 fizzing wispies, and a partridge in a whomping willow tree. On the 12th day at Hogwarts, my wondering eyes did see 12 humdingers blibbering, 11 aurors apparating, 10 tentacula twining, 9 bludgers bludging, 8 wands a-waving, 7 Snapes a-skulking, 6 Nifflers niffling, 5 golden snitches, 4 chocolate frogs, 3 house elves, 2 fizzing wispies, and a partridge in a whomping willow tree. Now on the 13th day at Hogwarts, my wondering eyes did see Professor Dolores Jane Umbridge. She banned everything. Everything! She banned the 12 humdingers blibbering, 11 auras apparating, the 10 tentacula twining, the 9 bludgers bludging, the 8 wands waving, all but one of the 7 Snapes skulking, the 6 Nifflers niffling, and the 5 golden snitches.
Woohoo! Love golden.
Me too. 4 chocolate frogs, 3 house elves, 2 fizzing wispies, and a partridge in a whomping willow tree. Excellent!
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, Chris, but there was lots of squawking going on in the chat.
Yep.
I did see some squawking going on in the chat. We will take virtual squawks, which I'm sure were actual squawks, but we couldn't hear them, but that's okay. Thank you, everybody, and thank you for having me. I love this con. It's my favorite.
Thank you for finding a spot in the woods where you could join us.
We love you.
You
That's
rock.
awesome effort.
Until next time.
Yep. See you at the next closing.
Rightio.
Safe travels. Okay. Now we have a wonderful announcement. It's not the House Cup yet.
No.
Not the House Cup yet.
I don't know what's going on.
It's the prize.
Oh, the prize.
The prize. So whether you knew it or not, we were actually measuring activity throughout the entire weekend. Who was participating the most? Who was doing all this intellectual stimulation of wonderful magicalness?
And we noticed there was one person who kept showing up as a monitor, as a panelist, in Discord, adding comments, being vocal, being helpful, being delightful in every way, shape, and form.
Not just comments. They were some of the questions were very in-depth, very thought through. They were just amazing. I was really, really impressed.
Yeah. And what's great for those of us who are running panelists is we like the people who throw stuff at us that then makes us have to stop and think, or it causes an argument, or it causes us to go in a different direction. Those are wonderful, and she's really good at it.
You gave it away. There's a she.
Oh, okay. It's a she. Those of you who are in all the panels this weekend probably already know who we're talking about. Those of you who are hanging out Discord also probably know who we're talking about.
If you've been anywhere, she was everywhere.
She was everywhere.
She was everywhere. That's the beauty of virtual. You can be in multiple places at once.
That's true.
Are we ready? Can you do that drum roll? Nara, I forgot to ask you to do that. I know you're doing it for the House Cup, but it's okay.
So Charles is going to show the picture of what we're doing. Can you show the
prize?
Charles, can you show the prize? That we are giving away a stained glass Badger 2.
Wonderfully donated by Leah Powell.
And we're giving it to Abby Leday. You rock, Abby.
Thank you so much for everything. You made this virtual convention super awesome.
And we get a womp squawk from Abby. Okay.
So once this is done, send me, just private message me your personal address, and we'll get that sent right over to you. And maybe a couple of other little things. Who knows? But right. Wonderful Hufflepuff activity. And the Hufflepuffs did step it up this year. Definitely.
But did they win the cup? That's the question.
I don't know. I know we always do the fundraiser for the food drive. We do some Georgia Reptile Society. We will be doing those again next year. So whatever you're going to help out with this year, save it up. And maybe we can come out even stronger and beat last year's totals for that food drive. Oh my gosh. It was over 2,000 pounds donated last year to the food drive. Do you think we can do that in 2021 and do it so much better? All those people, we love being not just a family, but a supportive community. And so keep that in mind. Anything that you were going to do this year, just keep collecting it, and we'll be supporting that next year. Okay. So.
That being said.
Who
won?
Can tell us about the House Point Cups, Darin?
You have to find the mute button. I was over in Discord for a second there. So thank you, Angela and Chris, and thank you, Terry. Congratulations, Abby. Absolutely. Abby is part of what I'm now referring to as the golden trio of Hannah, Anna, and Abby. Abby certainly is not third on that list. She's in there. Okay, guys. So I guess we're at the point where we got to talk about the House Cup.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Really? Again?
Again, I know. It seems like it was only last year.
Like a year ago we did this. Jeez. I do want to shout out to the creator of the House Cup itself. I love that it has its own channel. That's awesome. But the colors and everything is just beautiful. I love that House Cup. I really do. Okay, guys. So let's get into it.
Sorry, the crystal vase was donated to us 4 years ago.
Something like that, 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
It's wonderful.
It's just
Yep. And I want to shout out to everybody who helped make the House Cup work, because it was so much better than I could have even imagined. It was beautifully done. So I really appreciate that we're able to continue this tradition, this CONjuration tradition, even though you can't put the little plastic chips in the chalice. This is very cool. Okay.
Yep,
So sorry, go ahead.
Mav and Ren helped coordinate all that.
Yeah. Absolutely. And they did a fabulous, fabulous job. We've actually had, I don't know, I'm not promising anything. I'm just saying we've had a lot of comments about having a virtual access to the House Cup during the live show. And I don't know if we can do it, but I would really love to find out if we can do it. I think it's a great idea if we can get away with having kind of a hybrid House Cup next year. We'll see. No promises.
I mean, we have the totals running at the information desk. So anytime you're at the physical event, there are the totals running up until about 3 o'clock on that Sunday, or is it 2? Anyway, 2 or 3. You can go to the information desk and see the latest numbers.
Yeah,
so just
absolutely.
keep that in mind next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this time we did it virtually, and you could see it in Discord. It was so cool.
It was nice. It was nice to see how easily and smoothly that worked once you had the vocabulary from Discord.
Yep.
Okay, so speaking of treasure, the treasure hunt. I've been asked to say contributed 220 points this year to the House Cup. The Gold Rush generated 180 points to the House Cup, which is fabulous. Thank you to everybody who was involved in the treasure hunt and the Gold Rush. I'd also like to thank everybody who asked a crazy question or started an argument or ended an argument and got their 5 points or their 10 points in panels or in Discord. Okay, guys, I'm stalling. I'm stalling because I'm just, it's part of my shtick. You guys know that. Some of you know that. Okay, so let's do this. So here we go. I'm going to assume that I know the noises that people are going to make as we go. So please feel free to say snarky stuff in the chat about each other's houses. But here we go. Slytherin in 4th place with 870 points.
Yay,
very good, Slytherin. Good showing. Yeah, very good. Good showing.
I think that's higher than the previous years.
Well, actually, I was going to say, if you're sitting there going, we only got 870 points, remember the point totals are all very different from previous years. So just within the context of this year, don't worry about previous other systems. So again, Slytherin. Yeah. So Slytherin, 870 points. Gryffindor in 3rd place with 1,030 points. Go Gryffindor is 3rd place again.
Nice Gryffindor.
I'm so proud that we get 3rd place every year. Okay, here we go. Some kind of drum roll. In 2nd place with 1,405 points, Hufflepuff. Very good, Hufflepuff. Congratulations, guys. Very good. And now I'm going to pause for about 20 seconds and let the house that just figured out that they won, because they're smart, I'm going to give them a few seconds to yell and scream and run around in their homes. Okay, guys, here it is. Ravenclaw wins the House Cup this year. Thank you, House Cup. With an overwhelming score, 1,920 points. Congratulations, Ravenclaw. Good job. Excellent.
Wow.
Okay.
And we didn't virtually cheat, so it's not us this time, I swear.
No, it was the Gryffindor that was in charge. So
somebody tried to say he cheated last year.
Whatever. That's fine.
We say that every year.
Yeah, we pretty much all the time.
Your Hufflepuff one.
Thank you, Ravenclaws, for participating in everything.
Yes. We have. I want the Ravenclaws to take home their victory, but I want them also to consider this. It appears, we've done a little bit of poking around, it appears that there are a lot more Ravenclaws at this convention than any of the other 4 houses. So I'm sitting here going, we have ways of making the math work a little bit better than this. Just because you guys, even at Hogwarts, there was an even number in each house. So we will see next year. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Angela.
We just need more Hufflepuffs.
Congratulations, Ravenclaw. Congratulations, Hufflepuffs.
Yeah.
And definitely the Slytherin and the Gryffindor. I saw more of them, but I'm getting to actually participate this year, so that's probably why.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry about that misconception, but I actually saw a lot of Slytherins asking questions and participating more than I ever have seen them ever. So it's exciting.
They're troublemakers. They love to make comments.
Yay. Okay. Well,
I guess that's it, folks. I have to take my wife out for a birthday dinner. So I guess we're going to call it a close. And we are still looking forward to seeing everybody in person next year for 2021.
November 5th through the 7th and the 4th if you want to hang out with us sooner.
That's true. This was a blast. And yay, we proved that we could do it. And it's not quite the same, but it was as good as we could get. And I think we did a really nice job, and we had a lot of fun, and we hope you did too.
Yeah. And Chris and Angela.
Sorry.
Chris and Angela, thank you so much, guys. You guys did such a great job. This is wonderful.
Couldn't done it without you.
Nope.
Yeah, thanks for letting us be part of your family.
Always.
You. We love everybody.
Darin, next year we'll have to up our game.
Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Have a wonderful weekend. What's left?
Bye.